Jo, moin Freunde, alles gut bei euch? Willkommen zurück in der Nerd Crate. Willkommen zurück zu Crate Hangouts und heute eine schöne Ausgabe. Das hatten wir schon etwas länger geplant, aber da kam uns das echte Leben so ein bisschen zwischen. Und ich freue mich, dass er immer noch Bock hatte. Wir machen es auch gar nicht lange, weil die Leute auf Englisch warten auch. People in English also waiting, so we're gonna do this quick. That's what I meant to say. Ondrej Tvarozek, heute da, von TechCom 2029. Das Fangame von Terminator und außerdem hat er auch noch sein kleines eigenes Projekt, was da Judge Drejj ist, was natürlich eine kleine Anspielung hat, aber wo er herkommt oder was gelesen hat, sehen wir dann. Jetzt starten wir erstmal das Intro und dann geht's los. Ondrej.
Yo.
My man, what's good?
Hey, man. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I'm swell. How about you?
I'm here. I'm alive. I woke up today.
And I hope not with the wrong foot. You seem like cheer and everything. So
I'm trying, man. Trying. It's nice outside. Yeah.
I mean, come on. Your project is short of taking off. You know, you should be chipper.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. It's a lot of work.
Well, what is it? Bold favors the brave. Brave favors the bold. What's the saying?
Something like that. Man, I'm not good with limericks, man.
Yeah, me neither.
But no,
I'm better with the Germans, actually. But
thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate it.
Fortune favors the bold. Fortune favors the bold. That's it. So, sorry, what were you saying?
I said thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
Dude, of course. We wanted to do this, I believe, a month or two ago, but then, you know, not tragedy, but real life. But
3 months.
3? Really? Yeah. Dude, time flies.
Yeah.
Time flies. It's crazy. But nevertheless, we're here now. That's all that counts. And I'm super stoked that you were able to do this and also wanted to do this. We got a little bit of shit to talk over, and we also got 2 premieres. I'm looking forward to that. I prepared a little bit. We're gonna share my screen for it. I got that over on my channel for providers' sake, you know, so you can't actually watch it, but you can watch it afterwards. We're going to talk about that in a bit. But first, dude, since it's a collector's channel, do you collect Terminator?
Man, I used to. The last Terminator things I owned were the McFarlane toy series of like Terminator 2 figures.
The old pizza face.
Yeah. It's been a while, man. I've been actually really trying to buy like a bust of the T-800, just like the skeleton bust, but man, it's so expensive.
It's super expensive. Also, the stuff that Pure Arts have been doing.
Oh, that stuff is like gorgeous.
Yeah, like that mask T-800 thing, and they got it as a clean version with blue lights, and now they brought out the, I don't know, the destroyed kind of lava thingy. That's not to my liking. I would like to clean more, but I believe that's sold out.
Yeah, I had like a big toy phase, I guess action figure phase. Being respectful to the collectors. Like, you know, kind of my early to mid 20s. I bought everything McFarlane toys, all the possible Spawn variations. I was really upset with Spawn. I dug this thing out just for you. Huge Gundam fan. I built this guy and I painted him.
Dude, what the hell?
It's from Gundam 0083. I did like a bunch of custom paint to this shit over.
Wait! I'm gonna do you big real quick. Okay.
Yeah, I just did a lot of like random brushing and stuff all over.
Good, dude.
And then like he's got his big ass shield. You know, I did like some damage on it and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
So I was really obsessed with that. And then I got, you know, this is my biggest obsession.
Oh, really? Dragon Ball?
Dragon Ball Z. Since I was like 12 years old, since 1995, Dragon Ball Z was my shit.
Have you watched
before it came out in the United States? There was like a bunch of Japanese kids in my middle school when I moved to the United States, and they were just selling shit like manga and like trading cards and stuff. And I'm like, this looks cool. And that was it. And that was like my favorite shit ever. But
damn.
Last thing, these are the only remaining Transformers toys I have from my childhood.
Okay.
I can't tell you where they're from. I really can't. These were bought for me in Slovakia. It's like, I think, what's his name? Shit.
Oh, that's Skydive. That's actually G1 Skydive from Superior on the aerial bots.
So he's like a very rudimentary transformation.
No, that's not Skydive. That's Air Raid. Cool.
Air Raid, yeah, that's right. Very rudimentary transformation. I mean, this was from like 1986 or so. I don't know when it's from. And then I have no idea who this guy is. I really don't know.
That's
what's his name from the...
Dude, that's not a Transformer. That's a GoBot there. I believe that's Leader 1 you got.
Is it? Man, I don't know. I don't know what this... No, it's got a... Shit, I don't know, man. I really... one of these things that fell apart in my hand.
Autobot or Decepticon symbol, right?
Yeah. It's like the one that defected. It's the white one. He like defected to the Autobots, I believe. I don't remember his name.
That's not Jetfire. No,
it's not Jetfire.
No, Jetfire is super huge. That's actually a GoBot you got there. That's actually Leader 1 you got.
Yo, that's my whole life thinking this is a Transformer.
That's rare shit you got there. Because the company Tonka does not exist anymore. Those were bought out from Hasbro like way back.
No way, man.
But I want to before we continue, I want to say welcome to the chat real quick. We got the Flying Goat who said TechCom 29 is such an awesome game. Last stream that you played was awesome. Then we have here Blackie, that's our Transformers Legends guru over here, so to speak. We have San Jose reviews in the house. We got Miguel Hagner.
Give me 1 second.
That's a small portion, but otherwise still appreciate it. I hope everybody is having a good day. But dude, I never saw actually Leader 1, so that's a big fucking deal.
Hey buddy. So I'm having, I don't know, you sound super fragmented on the audio right now.
I sound super fragmented.
You sound like a robot.
I sound like a robot because you are coming over quite well. I don't know about everybody else. Like, I'm gonna try also to check what YouTube says real quick. I seem to be coming over good.
Interesting.
I don't know. Could the chat real quick tell me if we are having... Okay, Senator Bear Review says everything is okay. So it could be connection problems on your side or on my side. If it's only small, it's okay.
We're good.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, cool.
Sorry, man.
So, okay, but you don't have anything new. Like maybe, I don't know, what you collect now or something interesting about that music geeks were totally like, ah!
The newest thing I have was one of my best buds got me a what's the game? Horizon crap. It's
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Horizon Zero Dawn, yeah.
That's that looks dope.
It's from Think Geek. They put out like these limited edition figures every year.
Dude, that is Chronicle Collectibles.
That's beautiful. It's a really beautiful figure, man.
Dude, you wanna hear a little bit of movie shit? You know what Chronicle Collectibles is? Chronicle Collectibles is the company from Phil Tippett who did the effects for RoboCop.
Okay, that's cool, man.
So that's some high-end shit you got there.
That's a nice figure. Yeah, he got it for me. His his mom used to work for the store, for a Think Geek store, so he just got me one of those for Christmas. That's just dope. I love the video game, so.
I never played it, but I watched a lot of Let's Plays about that, and it looks amazing. And I know I believe it got a sequel, right?
Yeah, it's coming out, I think, next year, early next year. It's called Forbidden West, I think.
Right. That's super cool. Hey, do you know Anna Jamerson in the chat? Is that from your team?
That is my mom.
That is your mom.
Yes.
Hi, Mrs. Ondrej. Nice. So good to see you. Hi, welcome. Very pleasant. That is nice. That is super cool. Okay, then let's go into the history of your son, shall we? So, diapers.
No boy.
No. So, I mean, your name of your project is Judge Drejj.
Yes.
Obviously, a pun for Judge Dredd.
Yes.
Is that like because, okay, my name is pretty much made for this, or were you like a hyper Judge Dredd nerd back in the day, and you were partying the one with Sylvester Stallone, you were partying the one with Carl Urban, and you were partying Hardware, the movie that everybody forgot was the very first Judge Dredd story-made movie anyhow?
I prefer the Carl Urban version of the Judge Dredd films, but so never was a big Judge Dredd fan.
Okay,
it's kind of like, to my understanding, it was kind of like a niche comic book. It wasn't really like that
very much
prominent, right?
Yeah.
So the name actually was I have a lot of friends that have very varying nicknames for my name. For me, it lends itself to certain puns and whatnots, and then one of my friends, we had like this joke rap project, just something stupid and funny.
Okay.
But my MC name in that group was Judge Drejj.
Cool. Nice.
And I just kind of, I'm like, you know what? Like, it was like, it really wasn't anything I seriously put a lot of thought into. And like, you know, I've seen a lot of like synthwave artists have these kind of like silly names, like combination names, just kind of nothing super serious. And I'm like, you know what?
Like Michael Might.
Yeah.
Or
Tom Cruise. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? And it's like, you know, when people mispronounce my first name, they say Ondrej. And I'm like, I'll just run with it. You know, it's like, it just, I don't know. It allows me to kind of make a little fun of myself a little bit. And then just, it works. The 2 J's, the 2D, I don't know, man. It's like, I didn't really think about it too seriously.
Yeah. Good call.
It just kind of happened, and I'm just rolling with it at this point. You know,
I feel like in today's day and age, it's even more important to be able to laugh a little bit about yourself, you know, because everybody is getting offended so easily over stuff. And when you then say directly, hey, don't you dare, my name is, I believe that's even worse today.
Yeah. And I would also add, you know, one of the things I was trying to avoid is like just I had all these pretentious little names lined up, like really just, I don't know, just thinking about it way too hard. And I'm like, you know, like I just want to have a name and put stuff out, and like I'm not trying to think about it too hard.
Yeah, just stay cool. But interesting question from Sentinel Berry is Ondrej like something of the Slovakian version of Andrew?
Yes.
Right. I thought to myself.
Yes,
that man obviously has a whiskey. Cheers to that.
It's Woodford Reserve. It was provided to me by my good buddy Rick, who's also on the TechCon team. So
cool, good to know. Hey, keen eye, man, keen eye. I didn't see that actually. I'm actually more of a gin drinker, and currently I got the prickly cactus Rockstar. I love that. It's fruity.
You're a braver man than me, man.
What do you say?
I said you're a braver man than me.
Why? Because you don't drink much energy, and because it's bad on the heart, supposedly.
And then prickly cactus, I don't get it, so I don't.
Yeah. Okay. I got you. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I know what you mean now. Okay, yeah, little late, but still, dude. I know we're at the start of the show, but since we're currently actually talking about your project, should we give everybody a taste what that actually sounds like?
Sure. I don't know if you want to like talk about where it's coming from or what it is. You can guide it if you want.
I would say at first, like where did it come from, and then we give everybody a real taste, like the premiere of your little song. So, how did you actually start? Like, were you pretty much a music geek all the time? Did you start pretty much from the get-go ever through I don't know, high school with some garage bands, and from there, and you went because you had a metal band also.
Yeah.
But now you turn 180, and the fun part is a lot of people that are actually from the metal genre actually go over to synthwave and do a lot. I mean, DJ Sid from Slipknot does DJing anyhow, so he does his techno stuff if he's not doing Slipknot. You have Truth, I believe he also had an nocturnal.
And like the Dead Can Dance guys are like metalheads too. You know,
exactly.
Perturbator is a metalhead. You know, all those guys.
Yeah. So there's an interesting connection. I don't know. Everybody being probably also movie fans, and with the 80s stuff of John Carpenter, and then they're going back, and when they're in their 30s and 40s and say, I want to try and do my own synth shit. Is that where it comes from?
It's well, I guess to make one thing, it's like I didn't, you know, I'm still doing the metal shit. It's like not
good.
It's like I'm allowing the things to coexist essentially because they feed each other. But I guess, you know, for me, just to keep it brief, you know, I've been doing music since I was very young.
Nice.
And then yes, I did have a high school band. And then Rick, who's on TechCom, he's like essentially like I've known him the longest of anyone I know in this country.
Oh, cool.
I met him in 1995 in French class in middle school.
Okay.
So
cool.
Yeah, so he's like, you know, he's in Lithium Dawn with me, or my progressive metal band. We've been collaborating on music for a very long time.
Cool.
And this music, you know, just kind of like the TechCom 2029 soundtrack. It all stems from just this. I just have this unabashed obsession with that time period.
Yeah, me too.
It's like it's unrealistic to be romantic about the 80s because they were not great for a lot of people. But for music, it was a great time for music.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like everybody, or not everybody, but a lot of people are actually complaining on social media that there are two versions of the 80s. You have the real 80s where you had this room that was brown and boarded up with wood shit, and everybody had this same looking kind of TV, and it was not as all the other side with flashy pink and blue and all these motion blurs.
It's like the sexy materialistic, like kind of pastel, and that's kind of that's the area that I feel like lends itself to kind of some exploration, because it's not. The reason I think synthwave works, and the reason why I'm attracted to this kind of stuff, is number one, it's very the performative aspect is not as necessary as much as the songwriting. It's just like what sounds fit. But what I enjoy about that time period and the way it lends itself to this is because it is a little it's a little cold. It's a little, the fact that it is such an unrealistic, romanticized ideal of that time period that most of us didn't really live through in that way, like adults, like living through those times as adults.
I feel
at least in the age range of folks that are doing this kind of music, there's a lot of really interesting places you can take it. Like you can do some really dark shit with it, and like for example, Jar Carpenter and like Brad Fiedel and like Vangelis, like the soundtracks to Blade Runner, Terminator. There's a lot of like disassociation from almost like humanity. It allows it kind of encapsulates like the kind of traumatic dystopia that kind of existed underneath all that romanticized shit. You know what I mean? And it kind of has an endless amount of things you can do with it. It just kind of gives itself to you, and you can do whatever you want with it. Yeah. And I just found something attractive about it. And funny enough, I started writing it during like beginning of the pandemic. Then I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do some synth shit. And it just started rolling out. And I'm like the kind of the ominous atmosphere of everything just kind of slowing down and being this like kind of monster behind everybody's back. It just kind of worked. And I just kind of couldn't stop. So beyond this album that I'm putting out that we're going to talk about, I guess I have like maybe like 25 more songs written already.
So essentially two records.
Or three.
Okay.
It just didn't stop. But like the point is, it just kind of worked. I just enjoy working in it. And as opposed to the progressive metal stuff, I think somebody just asked like, what's the name of the band? It's Lithium Dawn.
Yeah, that's my buddy Dan.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. But it just, I don't know. It just kind of gives. It's forgiving, and I can work on it really quickly and get results I like.
Yeah, I would love if I could say the same. I tried that by myself. Like I believe I have a certain thought process for music. I think I have a rhythm going on, but I can't work with programs for music. Like that would be hard work to get myself into it. And with the video stuff and everything, that would be a little rough to get into, I believe. But those are excellent points you actually said. Like my buddy and me, we had an interesting talk a few months back, because he says here interesting points made here, because we talked about synthwave, and he's like, I'm not seeing the appeal. What's it like to essentially, so to speak, live in the past through this music?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not that. And I said, it's not that I'm really living in the past with this. I know he also meant it like this, but it's not just like, there's this stark contrast, what you said. Like you can have really menacing stuff with it, like when you think Ghost, when you think Perturbator, when you think Laserhawk,
Carpenter Brute, for example.
That or also the Skull and Shark record from Laserhawk. There's like so many stuff there. There's stuff like Chinatown that goes totally over to Big Trouble in Little China. You just hear yourself dropped into that very movie. And then you have the same amount. I mean, you have all these waves. You have retro / synthwave. That's essentially the same. You have vaporwave. You have slasher wave, which is the hard version of it, which is Gold, Carpenter Brute, and all that stuff. And you can have these extremely menacing things, and then you can have just songs where your back hair just stands up because it's just beautiful to listen to.
I would, on that front, I'm not sure if people are familiar, but I would highly recommend folks listen to Lucy in Disguise.
Oh yeah, great.
And Hotel Meteor. Hotel Meteor, those two are like, I'm obsessed with those two acts. Like those guys are fantastic. Like it's just beautiful, chills you the fuck out, and it's like, I don't know. And the fact that they're so prolific, they just constantly put stuff out all the time, constantly.
AWITW also. These guys too.
Yeah. And Emil Rottmeyer too. I don't know if you're familiar with Emil Rottmeyer.
Yeah.
He's great. So there's like it's a very it's too bad it's such a niche genre. It still is. Like I know it's more prevalent, but it's like I think it's like going places outside of itself where like it's just not, the thing that I kind of wish it, and I think it's going there. It's just like it's the homage part of it where like, yes, we know you're using analog synths. Yes, we know you're using like tape hiss, and it's cool, but like now I think it's time for it to go somewhere else. Does that kind of make sense? It's like we know we've all paid due. Like we have recognized the time period. We've recognized the artists that worked there. We in that time period, we know who the greats were, but now let's go off and fuck around with it a little bit. Let's tweak it a little bit. Let's fuck with it.
Yeah, that's a good call. Like I feel like, I don't know, like if the stepping stone for that was kind of missed. Like they had the opportunity with Drive, with Ryan Gosling, with Kavinsky.
Yeah.
But then they lost it. Like some movies here and there sprinkle some retro wave shit in there. Like also, who is that? This blonde chick, pop singer, previously country stuff.
Talking about what's her name? Taylor Swift.
That one. She also uses it sometimes in some melody shit, but that's about it. It's just like sprinkled everywhere, but it's not a real thing. Like I said, niche.
But like, and I'll say like, and I know some people are gonna be like, oh my god, but I love what The Weeknd did with that sound. I absolutely love what he did with that sound. I know it's not everybody's stuff, but like it just he's doing it in such a respectful way. Like it's just really running with it, really just fully, and it's just great. It's fantastic, and like I like that he's putting it in the forefront because he's actually doing something like moving. and emotive with it. It's not just like a dressing. It's just actually part of the music. Actually, is what he's doing it like with the videos and shit, just like a full package.
Yeah.
So it's nice. It's nice to have that. And I don't know. I just think it's like it can go many different directions, and that's what's exciting about it for me. I'm starting to actually add like freaking low-tuned 8-string guitars into some of the stuff I'm doing. Like,
nice.
So
sounds good. I feel what you say that the weekend. I feel the weekend and the midnight would actually a very good fit for each other if they would do some co-op stuff. Like the midnight the midnight are probably my most favorite. Like when I started in on this journey, so to speak, like I was head first, you know, like everybody, Time Cop 9083, Laser Hawk, Compiler Bell, and all the sorts.
Gunship?
You know,
you into Gunship?
Yeah, Gunship, Gunship too. I have both of their records as the collector's editions here. Like like I said, head first.
You're in.
Big time. Big time. Like there's stuff out there that sometimes like really, you know, sparks and you're like, and then the rest of the record, sometimes. But the last 2 records that I actually had was Galaxy 80 with, what is the name? I just shared that over. Like I downloaded that yesterday because it's beautiful, and Cyberwalker. Those are also amazing. So there's stuff everywhere. But I feel you. It's pretty much.
Did you send those to me? I haven't heard them. Send me those in like a private message or something so I can check it out.
Will do. Absolutely. Right. So I don't know, man. You got a record deal, or you gonna put that out on the download?
It's just me, man. It's just me. Okay. I'm just utilizing DistroKid. Just gonna put it on all the streaming platforms. So I wanted to basically talk about. I guess this kind of bridges the TechCom thing and my thing. I'm going to be putting out the Terminator score songs on my Bandcamp website. Woo! As a free album for people to download. And there might be some stuff on there that you don't hear on like our YouTube channel or whatever, and some like unused ideas and stuff like that. So my Bandcamp is going to go live, I guess, on the 15th of October when the first single drops. I guess which we might play here in a moment.
Yeah.
So Bandcamp is going to be like the artist to consumer repository where like, I'm just going to throw shit on there. Whatever the hell I have, it's literally like, I'm not really focused on like, particular like album to album cycles. Like, you know, it's like, this is this thing. It's just going to be like, well, here's some like random shit I put together yesterday. Let me put it on here.
Nice.
Not everything's going to be consistent with streaming platforms and stuff like that. Some stuff is only going to be on Bandcamp. This is the part of it I hate. I hate the marketing shit, you know, the business stuff.
I know.
But no, so I really got off track. I don't know what the fuck I was talking about.
Dude, it's all good. I wanted to chime in on that because Bandcamp, I feel like Bandcamp is the way to go for all these retro synthwave artists. Like you can find everything there, and if it's not there, people brought it on SoundCloud, and you're not having SoundCloud, you 100% find it on YouTube, and you can get it from there. And maybe they put it on there afterwards. Like I feel Bandcamp is amazing. Like Dan and his band was also on Bandcamp. They still got their shit on there. So I feel that's a great way. And what you say, what makes 100% sense. A lot of big companies also do that. Like wrestling, All Elite Wrestling, they also do that. They put all their themes in EP versions on Bandcamp. Like for example, Kenny Omega, they put the full version with the lyrics, the Dynamite cut, and also the instrumental, all as an EP out there. You can put that in EPs. You can put single tracks. You can put a full album. You can put, I don't know, you can do Machine Head the Blackening and put a full album with 10-minute tracks. Nobody gives a fuck, you know.
That's like, the thing. It's like it's super forgiving, and you can literally do whatever the fuck you want, and you can, you know, and it's like you don't have to. And that's the beauty of it. You don't have to charge for everything. You know, it's like, well, first of all, I can't charge people for the TechCom soundtrack because I'm utilizing, you know, trademark themes.
Essentially, yeah.
But outside of that, you know, like it's just I just want to have a place to put my mind, basically, just spew my shit.
Yeah, but I feel like you said, you can't charge people. That's where I function a little differently. You know, when people put their shit out there, like different other artists, sometimes they say, oh yeah, you can just download it. I would never do that. Like my times of actually downloading shit and ripping shit is way over. I put it as like a German rapper. His name is Curse. Music is art, and art has a price. So if someone puts that shit out there, and if it's 8 or 9 tracks, I charge myself like it's an EP. I pay $8 to $9 for that. If it's a full record,
I think for me there's going to be parameters to it. You know, like if I just have a brain fart one morning and I put it online, I'm not gonna you know, I'm not gonna. It's like, yo, man, here's a song of me fucking playing a fucking broken guitar string for 5 minutes. I'm not gonna charge you for that shit. It's like I might have just like, you know, there might be like things where I'm like, yes, this is like something I really worked hard on, and like, oh, here's some ideas, have it. Go for it. I don't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, someone's gonna put this on the fucking pirate website anyway. It's you know. I don't care. Just gotta roll with it. It's people don't pay for music anymore.
I don't think. Yeah, pretty much not. I mean, streaming is still there, but so is streaming for TV, and I feel like it's bad for the business of movies and also music, because when it's on the internet, when it's on a streaming platform, it 100% gets ripped, and someone is gonna pull it for free, and that's actually bad. But I mean, so far you can only rely on people like me that still pay, which is essentially stupid. If there are people that put that out for free, you still pay. But that's my form of respect. You know, you can rarely talk to the guys. Like I remember back in the day when I started this. Do you know Botnet?
Botnet?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
He's sitting in I believe he's sitting in Boston. And is also a synthwaver, and he started out on Bandcamp with his To the Max record, and I downloaded that, and he is in all these times that I'm now listening to this, he's the only dude that put out a thank you email by hand and sent that to me, and I hit him up on Facebook, and now we're actually talking regularly, and I did a cover set for his record, and he said, dude, if you're ever over here, I will sign that shit. That is amazing.
That's dope, man.
So that was, you know, that's a thing of respect. People have work, and it's their kind of respect to say, okay, you can have that for free. But I'm like, yeah, but it's your work. You put your work into that, and that's, you know.
And what I mean to say, I don't mean to devalue my work, because
no.
Like the albums that I'm doing proper and some of this other stuff, like, yeah, I absolutely would love people to support it. Like, that's the thing. Like, you know, it's, I mean, one of the things I realize, it's like in small circles where people have creative friends that put out artwork or like music or whatever. One thing I'm recognizing, and this is not like a personal reflection on anyone, is just like I've seen this across the board so many times where people trivialize music and art.
Yeah.
They think it's just like, you know, it's just something that they can have, right? Like it's like it's for them to consume and to be pleased by. But when it comes time to actually support their friends and family that have these passions that are like very deep and intrinsic with who they are, and like these are the truest expressions of what these people might ever tell you. Like they might not tell you something deep about themselves to your face, but when you listen to their music and when you see their artwork, when you see a painting, you see something in them that they'll never share with you. It is literally the most vulnerable they've ever been. And you literally say, oh, that's cool. Thanks. Thanks for showing me.
Yeah.
And which is not to say it's like, look, like you shouldn't expect to be like adored and, you know, like reciprocation is not requirement. But what I'm saying is, I think art itself and like music has been so devalued and trivialized over the past few years, over the past decade, I would say. And a lot of folks just do this as a form of therapy. Like, for example, I do it as a form of therapy, and like it keeps me level, it keeps me together, it keeps me sane. And it takes me into a lot of very vulnerable, dark, kind of uncomfortable places. And, you know, I just think at the end of the day, I think people should really look at this stuff as a part of somebody's essential existence, right?
That's a good point. You're right. You're 100% right.
Because I mean, yes, there's trash out there. Yes, there's trash everywhere. Like there's single serving artwork. There's single serving music. There's just commercial, consumer grade stuff everywhere. Sure. That's not to say that everybody's stuff is like fucking like amazingly like weighty and philosophically necessary and like it just explores your inner. None of that is required. All I'm saying is, people should try to value other people's expression, at least on a personal level. If you know these people, that is the one thing I want to say. It's like, if you know anyone that's an artist, that is a musician, that is a painter, that is a poet, whatever, just appreciate them a little more. That's all I'm saying. So like, make them feel like, yeah, I value the shit that you're doing. That is all.
It's essentially like if you're actually talking, you know, like some people listen, but do they really listen?
Exactly.
And that's the thing, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel what you're saying. Like I mean, it's not in the same vicinity, like anywhere near. But with videos on YouTube, it's a little bit like the same. Like it's very easy for people on the outside to just click it on a 25-minute video. And then
move away. Just
move away. You know, you just skip through it and you find what you need and you're out. You got what you need. But for myself, I just see, okay, there's a ratio of watch time in there that's 30 seconds on a 25-minute video, and that's like, okay, cool. That's like 3 to 4 hours work, and nobody sees that stuff. But they're just taking what they need. I mean, like I said, it's very, very easy to do videos, not like doing music and really pour your mind out into it. Feel like your vision takes shape in the form of a picture, or takes shape in sound or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but that's pretty much the same vicinity, kind of, because people just take what they need and are off to the next video, or are off to the next song, or at a gallery are off to the next picture if they don't like it, and that's about it. And they don't give two single fucks about what this person actually thought when they were trying to bring their vision on paper.
Yeah, but I guess at that same point, you also have to just kind of, it's not easy, but you just have to say, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
You can't change people's minds. You can't change people's behavior. You just gotta fucking roll with it. And
yeah, I feel like barely, you know, like if we want to change people, we have to pull through hard. Like maybe stuff will change, but I don't see that happening in our lifetime.
Yeah, well, I think it's easy to be really pessimistic about it because it's just how things are. But
I prefer the term realistic.
what the fuck was the thing? It's like I'm a pessimist disguised as an optimist disguised as a realist or something like that. I don't know. It's but like what I would say is, like, you know, and I try to really rely on this. It's like, if at the end of the day, say like, yo, I'm about to go and fucking, this is gonna be really like extreme and unnecessary, but if I'm about to die tomorrow, right? If somebody that like, you know, with like my progressive band, like progressive metal band with Lithium Dawn, like we received some messages that were like fucking deep shit, man. Like, people were touched by that music. And like, if you, at the end of the day, like, I touched somebody's life. If somebody resonated with what I was trying to fucking say, at the end of the day, I can't take the fucking money and all the shit I've made. It would really help me now. Trust me, it would help me. Money would be really great to help me out and do other shit. But at the end of the day, I can't take that shit to the grave with me. But if I touch somebody, if I made somebody have an emotional response to something, and hopefully their day was better, kind of did my job.
Yeah, that's kind of what I just read. Like, ahead of us going live, I read about this huge Star Wars fan working at a dinner, and it was near a film studio where actually Mark Hamill was actually doing something. So he wasn't that dude is, I believe, was just a dishwasher at the dinner, and he wasn't supposed to come in until 3 p.m. So Mark Hamill had lunch there, went out, went back to filming. He goes in, and his colleagues were talk to him and say, "Yo, Mark Hamill was here, man. Dude, it wasn't your shift. We're sorry. And he's like, he was balling. He was really balling hard. But afterwards, Mark Hamill came in, took some shots with him, some interview, gave him some swag. He just made the day of this dude, you know? And that's
he made the time to recognize him,
Yeah, that's exactly it. You know, just recognize it. Like also what you are doing. If you are able to change, if you are to change one woman's day and just make it feel good, or have good feelings about music and have it really imprint on it, that's an opportunity you should jump on. And you know, that's true.
That's all it is at the end of the day, man. I would love to get paid for this shit. Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah,
we all would, you know, like creative pursuits take time, but it's like, you know, it's also just expression. And if the expression connects with another person's expression, then fuck it.
That's it.
You did good, man.
Should we show everybody what you worked on?
Sure, man.
So let's share this screen. I gotta do that real quick and get rid of this.
Man, frames inside of frames inside of frames inside of frames inside of frames.
Exactly. So I hope everybody can see that. Can you see that?
I can see it.
Okay, then let's see about the sound. I shared the audio. Let's check. Here's Judge Drejj first single, Golfos. Nice.
Yay.
Nice. Fucking awesome, dude.
Thanks, brother.
Like, you need what I see now is that prototypical music video with all these nice glimpses back to Knight Rider and Top Gun and Airwolf and
well, the video is not going to be any of that.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so I would love to dude, Airwolf, man. That fucking theme song. That theme song is so sick. That show is such a sleeper. It's so stupid, but it's so good.
It is. Like, but quite honestly, which theme of the 80s wasn't the best ever? Like, this is kind of a meme question, you know? Like, this is kind of a meme question. Which is the best theme song of the 80s show? Yes.
That's true. I mean,
you know?
That's true.
Okay. Sentinel Bay Review says, gotta go, guys. Dinner time. Best guest on Craig Hangouts so far. I definitely check on the rest later.
Thanks, man.
Yay! Chris Production Man, he says. Bill Blackie says, that's rock. Sound is awesome. Can you do German? Like, did you ever live over here in Europe, actually?
Yes, I was born in Slovakia, and I lived there up until I was 11 years old.
Oh, okay. So
I actually had to learn German in one of my classes when I was a kid in like elementary school. I could read some German. I can't really, you know, I can't say anything to you that makes any fucking sense.
Dude, like, it's the hardest question for an language for an example. So
like, you know, man, I just remember, man, like watching the first. I remember going back to the toy thing, man. I remember one Sunday morning. It was a beautiful, crisp, like spring day, and fucking Transformers the movie comes on RTL2, and I lost my shit.
Yeah, dude, it was RTL.
RTL, yeah, you're right, yeah. And then, man, watching fucking. I remember the first day ever being at my grandmother's house, and I'm just like fucking. What was it? Looney Tunes was on Pro 7.
I believe so.
Pro 7, and then right after the first episode of Batman the Animated Series came on, and I literally fucking shat my pants.
Nice. Well, not nice.
Watching that, I remember that like watching that intro for the first time in my life, and I'm like literally, my brain was splattered all over my grandparents' apartment.
Yeah, that was a hard case of brain melt.
German TV was my connection to the Western world, man. It was fucking.
Dude, we watched Transformers the movie at the same time.
That's dude.
Really, like it was running on RTL on a Saturday morning, and I was sitting in my room and I was watching that.
Question: how hard did you cry? How hard did I fucking cried so hard when Optimus died. I literally, I'm like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And I was like, and I was mad, like, fuck Hot Rod, who's this guy? I don't know who the guy fuck this guy. Why is Ultra Magnus not getting the damn freaking Matrix, man? What is this shit? I was so upset.
Right.
I was really upset.
I can't remember anymore, but I believe it could be in the same vein, like how hard I cried when Kid was actually killed. Like in the season.
Oh my god. Yes.
In the what was it, season 2 or season 3 finale against this tank?
I think it was 2. It was sad. I was really upset. I never loved the car more than that.
Dude, same here. Like I bawled my fucking eyes out. Like I got up after the show and I ran to my mom. Mom, Kid's dead. Like I'm not fucking kidding. So
like fuck Michael, Kid's dead. I don't care about Michael. Michael can go to hell.
Yeah, fuck the car's fucking dead.
The car's dead, damn it. Shit. Well, that's ruined. Oh man.
That's good. But
good dude, time, bro.
Dude, I tell you, yeah, you can say that, dude. I don't know, TV nowadays, it can just fuck right off.
I don't watch TV.
No, me neither. Like I'm on YouTube, you know, I'm on YouTube. I'm watching Max Dude for Let's Plays. That dude is fucking fun. Currently a lot of Residents of Evil. Like sometimes I watch my shit like away from the PC if I wanna check for any mistakes that I did. Sometimes I actually do, and I work that shit over. I watch my buddy Dan. I watch Bobby Skullface for reviews and stuff. And then when something drops on TechCom, like I jump right on there because I want to see what's going on. Like, quite honestly, that's like my favorite project currently. That's pretty much a passion thing. That's why I'm so big into it, because as for a mainstream thing, Terminator Resistance was okay, I guess. But
I thought they did a good job, man.
Yeah,
actually, like, I know people give that game so much undeserved shit. In my opinion, yes, it's kind of routine. It's not very original. Yes, we all know that. We get it. Get it. Yes, but it is literally the best thing that's come out of the Terminator canon proper since the fucking second movie came out.
That's pretty much.
I don't think you can argue. Maybe Sarah Connor Chronicles, but
I
missed that fucking show, dude. That cliffhanger killed the fuck out of me. I hated the fact that they ended that shit.
And the show was so good.
It was a great show, man. It was really a well-written, emotive show. But Resistance, man, it just nails so many things that like I really appreciate about that game. I mean, some of the stuff is a little corny, like the craft thing and all these like different weapons classes and blah blah blah. Yeah, but
that's what every game does now.
Exactly. You have to kind of check some boxes to keep some of these people interested. But I don't agree with the flack that game got. I really don't.
No, me neither.
It's, you know, they really did the best they could with what they had. So
yeah, I think so too. Like it was okay. Like there are some weird choices, like when they say it's the true sequel stuff to Terminator 2, but then why are the phased plasma rifle with these weird LED kind of housing thingies in there?
Because it's a video.
There's some artistic license in there, you know, some artistic.
It's just to like milk the time, and I really respect what those guys did a lot. You know, it was like look, it's the most fun I've had with the Terminator 2 game since the arcade game.
Good call. Good call.
That game was great, dude. That arcade game is still fucking great.
That one was good, but the LJN one for the SNES was not.
No, the console ports were trash, but the arcade.
I don't mean the console port. There are two. There are the arcade game, and there is only Terminator 2 from LJN where they walk around as a T-800.
That one is shit.
That one sucks hard, dude.
Is that the one where like? Hold up. There's like a scene where like you have T-800 and T-1000 on one side of the room each other, and they're like fighting kind of sorta in like side scroller.
Yeah.
It's really shitty. Really doesn't really do anything.
Also these driving. Yeah, the kind of 1.5D kind of isometric shit driving.
You go through the tunnel. Right.
No, that's actually on C64. That was on Commodore. That was not.
I'm just fucking up. I'm just a poser now. I'm just messing it all up.
No, but really, like the driving sequences were horrible. The music was horrible. The graphics was horrible. I don't see anything good with this. Like my parents knew I was back on the Terminator, and I got that as a gift, and I played it, but I never went past the driving shenanigans with the isometric stuff where you were bumping into all cars. It was bullshit. But we got a Marcello Bonisoni in the chat. What's good, dude? Good evening.
What's up, Marcello?
Huh?
I said, what's up, Marcello?
Is that one of your guys?
I don't know, man.
Okay. So he's new here. That's good to hear. But dude, since we were talking Terminator, so
my favorite, bro. Let's go.
Okay, that's good, because now we're getting into TechCom. That's also what I got to put in as a timestamp so people can actually jump on it. Okay, how do I actually word this? Okay, first things first. Did you first work on TechCom on the music stuff or on your own?
TechCom came first.
Okay, so in succession to that, did the TechCom music influence your project?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Are you doing the Hans Zimmer and taking a few bits from TechCom stuff and also putting them into your own record? So kind of, okay, I like that part. Maybe I can do something. I take the note up here and the note down there. Oh yeah, that sounds awesome. I'm gonna put that in this track because that's what Hans Zimmer did a lot back in the day.
First off,
okay.
The fact that you mentioned me in the same sentence as Hans Zimmer, I want to give you a fucking hug, man. he's like one of my like gold standards for composition and just atmosphere. I love that motherfucker. He's incredible.
Yeah.
But no, I would like to tell you it's that analytical and organized. No. Basically, to put it in a certain way was when I approached James about TechCom 2029 doing music for it, I saw his little like his first trailer. This was like 3 years ago at this point, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I'm just like,
but that's also sorry to cut you off there. Please keep your string, so to speak. So you hit him up? Not okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, because I saw that and I'm like, okay, there's a fan making a game. I have no idea who this fucking guy is. I don't know. I don't care. When I saw that trailer, I'm like, please, can I please do this? Like, dude, the first thing I ever learned on a keyboard was the Terminator theme on my grandfather's shitty Casio keyboard that he bought in like 1993. I learned the Terminator theme song on that. That was the first thing I learned. Like I was obsessed with that fucking movie since I could sneak past my mom's back and watch an R-rated film. Like it. So I'm like, okay, no chance has ever developed for me to fuck around with this universe. I'm obsessed with. It's my favorite movie franchise of all time. Please, James. I will give you myself so I can. So basically, I'm just like, dude, so I just said like, hey man, like I'm a huge Terminator fan. I would love to do this for you, and it was my first time I've ever worked with synths. This was like 3 years ago, and I'm like, I can do this. I can do this. I guarantee it. I can do this because it's been in my head for 20 years. Just let me do it.
Yeah.
So. The synths came first, like just finding out what the fuck Brad was doing. Deconstructing Brad's music and the way that he was working on those themes, it was really a lot of fun. Specifically the Terminator 1 theme.
So you might say Brad Fiedel influenced you a little bit on that.
Smidge. I mean, I've literally the Terminator 1 theme. There's like the extended version. That's like it's very long. It's like 7 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's just that song. I don't think Brad Fiedel has ever made anything more perfect than that. That first song. That Terminator song, that first theme is like, it is the most emblematic thing of that entire franchise. And it completely and absolutely describes what the Terminator itself, the machine, is. There's nothing more pure than that song as an expression of what that machine does and is supposed to do.
And you know where I hate mainstream movie shit essentially over, and also music, because they take this amazing theme
and just mess it up completely.
And mess it up completely, but also really cut most of it down only to dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
That's all they take from it.
Yeah.
And there's so much more.
And that's the thing. It's going to those synths, like just figuring out like how can I try to make this sound similar. So that was the first thing I did was the Terminator 1 theme. That was how I basically auditioned for the soundtrack.
Okay, so your suit, so to speak, what they all
basically
audition for it.
Like,
cool.
That was like, I have to like take a stab at the theme. finding out how he did it was a fucking mindfuck. I've never actually like dissected his music like on like a technical level. Like that song is in like a really fucked up time signature. I think it's 13/4, 13/4. And the reason for the time signature, the kind of irregular, the do dun do dun do dun boom boom boom, that's a really fucked up time signature. And the reason for that is because his synthesizer had that's where it stopped. It couldn't complete like an even cycle of the repetition of the percussive beat. So it's a limitation of the synthesizer actually working kind of against what he's doing. And he just decided to go over it. And if you actually listen to that beat itself, the boom 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 boom, the playing of the actual main theme is not to any kind of particular beat. It's just felt over it. It's not like on the beat, and it's just kind of being felt. So it's just, you have this like inhuman element of this really machine-like beat, and this just beautifully kind of freely played saw synthesizer over the top of it. That's the human element. And that's how I looked at it.
Dimension to it.
And it's just like, there's just, that song is just so fucking brilliant. And the fact that there was all these things that he had to deal with, just the simple limitations of the gear he was using, it just lends itself to the imperfect nature of that soundtrack. And that really fucking spoke to me. I'm like, I really want to mess with those sounds and see what I can do. So the synths for that started informing, you know, I'm really enjoying messing with these synthesizers. And that's when I started writing my own shit outside of Tecton.
That's amazing. Have you ever heard of a dude called Python Blue?
Yes. So I researched his stuff after this.
Good man.
Yes, sir.
Man. Have you actually checked his the synthesizer files, because he worked with Brad Fiedel?
I have it. I have the Fairchild synthesizer sample library that he used for Terminator 2. I downloaded all that shit.
And you worked essentially with that on Tecom also?
Yep.
Wow.
I don't know if you can hear this. Can you hear that? Vaguely. Yeah. So so I'm just gonna say, this is the reason why I think Brad Fiedel is the most brilliant fucking guy for these soundtracks. So this sound, it sounds like a trumpet, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Let me make it louder.
I know what you mean. I heard what Python Blue did. That's also what is actually used.
And there we go.
For the T1000 menacing stuff was a trumpet, but pitched down extremely.
But come on, man! Like,
yeah.
Like, dude.
Yeah.
The fact that he used that dinky little fucking stupid horn sound.
Yeah.
And turned it into one of the most identifiable, like, memorable things ever in soundtrack history is like.
And so menacing, right? Oh.
Yeah. And it's just like. That guy just, I don't know, he's just on another level of creativity to me. And he's so underappreciated. I really think he's completely underappreciated. Even his work for like True Lies was great, you know, like
but he gets most identified with Terminator for a reason. I mean, he took that from the 80s and he put that over to the 90s and perfectly. Like and the mere fact that there was never a complete score, like a real complete score, is kind of a little bit of a tragedy. But I talked about that to him, and he was like, my complete score is out there. Like, the CD release is actually complete. Everything I wanted to be on there is on there. And I said to him, dude, we are missing so many pieces we just heard from the movies that we loved, but we were never able to hear as a real song. And now there's a whole community out there ripping the movie, all the 6 sound lines, so to speak, of the Dolby 5.1, ripping it apart, extracting the music, building that back together, making a full cohesive score. Like, people are crazy over your music to this very day.
It's just, I mean, it's like the same as, to me, I look at his stuff as the same as I look at like Vangelis's Blade Runner score. Yeah. It's like, If you look at that time period and what like synthesizers were doing, it's like he is like one of the few people that really was able to do something super original because it is so to me it's it's imperfect. Everything about like the Terminator 1, I'm specifically speaking of Terminator 1.
Yeah.
It's a very imperfect, kind of ugly score if you listen to it by itself. It is.
You think
like
so?
like if you listen to like the fucking highway chase sequence from the end of the movie by itself, like it's kind of corny. Like
I actually love it through the corniness.
I love it. And that's the thing. It's like when you pair it with the visuals, it's so grimy and like fucking just uncomfortable. That's the point. And it just like, and there's not a lot of like stuff on there. He only uses like a sparse amount of things.
He does.
And it's so brilliant for it. Even the T2 score is not really complicated. It's just not.
No,
I mean, it's like the lushness of the texture of what he used, and like the fact that he was. What I love is that he took pieces of that, like the sampler, that Fairchild 3 sampler, the CM3, and these pristine, beautiful string sounds they had. It was like one of the best sampled libraries of strings at the time. And he's just like, no, fuck that. I'm going to make it sound like shit. And he did. He took a fucking, like, remember T2 starts with like, after, like, it starts with that haunting drone.
Yeah.
Just like when you see like the sequences of like the highway and the kids on the swing. And that's like a beautiful string sample by itself. But he played it like 4 octaves down where it's not meant to be played. And it sounds really weird and like cold and like computer-like, because you can hear the
when you know it,
artifacts and shit, you know.
When you know it, you actually hear it. Like I see the scene, I hear it, and you're like, huh. The fun part is, do you know there's an extreme crossover with metal with Terminator?
I mean, I can figure, I mean, freaking Fear Factory, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like they sampled the fuck out of T2 on
Hunter Killer. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
that's a great record.
Yeah, extremely cool. Like also the first time the T800 is actually in the Galeria tunnel, like dang on Piss Christ at the start.
Yeah,
they
love that shit. But what I love is they ran with that for a while. Like they love the Terminator shit. They
not even for everywhere. A while. They went with it for their full career. They still do. They just brought out a new record.
I love that album, dude. It's great. I actually really enjoy it.
Me too. It's amazing.
I enjoy it.
I'm actually looking forward to hear who's the new singer gonna be.
Because didn't announce him?
No, Dino said there is a new singer and they're doing shit, but he wants to announce him with new music. He was actually also searching for women. Like, I hope for Christian Alvestam of Miseration and Scar Symmetry, because this dude has.
He can sing, dude.
Do you know this guy?
Yeah, I love Scar Symmetry, man.
Like, this guy goes low on growls, but has extreme great range in the high pitches too. Like, this dude,
like similar to like Devin Townsend a little bit from yeah.
Good call. Yeah, but I would love to hear this. Like, but I'm good with it anyhow. Like, I'm happy that we just still hear actually Dino playing this insane riff. But we're driving off Terminator a little bit. But okay. Childhood question: when did you first watch Terminator?
So I saw T2 before T1.
Interesting.
First time I saw Terminator 2, I convinced my grandmother at the age of 9 to take me to a video store, like a VHS like rental store in like our small town of Trenčín, Slovakia. It's where I was born. I convinced her to take me to the store, and I made up some bullshit about like what we're renting. Like, She didn't understand what the fuck she was looking at. I mean, it's just like this guy on a motorcycle, and like she had no idea. So she rented it for me because my friends, it was everywhere. It was on posters, it was in magazines, and I was just like, this looks so cool. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger. I love Arnold Schwarzenegger. What is this? Why does this look so cool? But the reason, oh, here. Sorry, I'm going backwards. The reason, no, I first saw the Terminator in the Guns N' Roses video for "You Could Be Mine."
Me too.
That is that is the best fucking ad for a movie you could ever put together. That fucking song, that song was my introduction to metal, or like heavier music, and it was my introduction to Terminator.
That is fucking cool.
So I kept seeing that stupid video over and over on MTV UK constantly, all the time, and anytime it was on, I brought my fucking tape recorder to the TV. I recorded it from the TV. I just listened to it constantly. So because of that video, I'm like, I have to see this fucking movie. I don't know what's going on, but it looks really cool. I need to see this movie. So then I brought it to one of my friends' houses, and he was not there, but his brother was there. And he's like, he let me watch it. And I watched it in Slovak for the first time. It was with Slovak dubbing, which was terrible. It was terrible. But I literally, I wish I had the experience. I wish you could relive the experience of seeing it for the first time.
Yeah, I know what you mean, man. Like I was able to watch Terminator 1 in cinemas a few years ago when it got a new run during Genesis times.
Wow.
So yeah, they brought a review. So I have seen this movie hundreds of times, but I was able to watch it finally in cinemas, you know? Like I was wearing this shirt, I was having popcorn, I was having a fucking Coke, and I was sitting there and it would start, and I was this is the same fucking movie I always watched, you know?
Man.
But I was able to watch it in cinemas, and the same goes for Terminator 2 with T2 3D. Like it was a cinematic release, but just the opportunity to watch it in cinemas is just something totally different.
I missed that. I really missed it. I was so pissed that I missed that, man.
Yeah, so I'm super happy. Like there's only one thing actually missing from my top 3 to be able to be watched in cinemas, which is the first RoboCop.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Like I would love that, and also the '86 Transformers movie, like that in cinemas. It's currently having a rerun in cinemas over there.
It's like restored, right?
Yeah, I believe it's a 4K version.
Yeah, it looks like I heard it looks brand new. Like it's like just been animated. That movie's gorgeous. That movie's fucking gorgeous.
It still plays so many fucking cartoons and animes to the wall today because it's still looking so good. But since you said first time, I watched the first Terminator, not complete, but I watched the first Terminator when I was 8 years old. We were at my aunts and uncles, and here's a funny story. I brought that on a few occasions already, but I don't know if someone here actually heard it. We watched that. The arm and eye surgery was already through, and he was ramming right into the police department, and that's where my parents said, "Okay, now you're gonna go to bed." So hello,
experience.
So wait up. I'm going to bed. And I'm lying in the lower of a bunk bed. It's summer. It's fucking hot. The window is open, and I'm watching outside to the neighborhood garden. And there's the corner of the house and the light chain going over to another. I shit you not. All bulbs on the light chain were out except for one red one near the corner.
And you shat your pants.
I was full till the brim, man. To the brim. I am not shitting you. That is a true fucking story.
That is great.
So I was.
Oh my god! So it was you're just looking in this dark ass fucking yard, and there's just a red eye just looking at you. You were the next John Connor,
dude. I was done for. Like true story, really true story. Like also true story. This is the same. The day ahead, my dad won a bet where he was able to ride a truck, his truck, where we were actually riding to there, backwards, and the back twin tires, you know, there's this gap on the floor. He was supposed to drive the truck backwards over an egg and not crack it, and the egg would pass only the gap of the twin tires in the back. The first time he was let, that's where he cracked it. The second time when he did it by himself, it worked. True story. So my dad was a little bit of a badass. he was able to drive a truck well. I never saw a truck driver quite like him. Like, everybody was doing weird stuff, but he was fast, but really correct with his driving. So that was a fucking awesome weekend, so to speak. But cool. I was a little bit traumatized afterwards with that whole yard light shit.
Yeah, that fucked me up a little bit.
Yeah, me too. But I know I had another question, but this is currently running so well. So let's just go a little bit more with TechCom. So
yeah,
how much have you done for it? Is the music complete, or is there more shit coming?
There's way more coming. It's currently the way that I'm working on it. It's been kind of piecemeal lately, just because, you know, things are going on. We're just kind of working on small things. You know, James had obtained a position at his company, like a really good position, like a kind of a senior role, and he's been working on a lot of things outside of TechCom, just like really absorbing a lot of knowledge, proving his craft, just getting better at whatever he's doing. So we're kind of taking some time. But the way that I've been working on this is, like, recently we put out the Skynet picture and the Skynet theme song. And that was basically a reaction to Rick, our buddy, my buddy Rick, and team member in TechCom 2029, putting together the Skynet pyramid 3D art.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
So it was like a reaction to that, and I'm like, there's a lot of the way that I'm working on it.
I know what I would do after this Hangout. T1 is marked as next video. Make me hard watching the movie again. There you go.
Good man. But I'm basically working on it as a reaction to what other people do. When I started with this, I was like, I want to kind of prove to James that, I can do this stuff. I can be the guy to do the music. And then it was just kind of like, hey, like, I just have some stuff in my head that I want to put down. Like, what would be a cool theme song to run around the battlefield with? Like, hey, let's utilize the fucking T1 future music from when Kyle is having his flashback. Like, that's perfect. Why not?
The battlefield.
Yeah, the battlefield song.
I love that. I love how you redid that. That was, I listened to that hundreds of times. Like, I had this on repeat on my smartphone.
Thanks, dude, man. I appreciate that.
So good.
But it was just, so it's like, and then there's like songs that, they're really like, there's a bunch of stuff I've done that we haven't like really put out because they're kind of like ambient. There's like, I put together a couple of theme songs for the Resistance tunnels, which are really like,
I love ambient shit, man. I love that.
It will be on the Bandcamp website for my Judge Drejj project. Please promote that. So like there's an ambient track of just like, it's just literally you like hear like water dripping and like it's just really creepy as fuck. There's like tunnel noises, like shit in the sewers. I made like an alternate TechCom 2029 theme. It's just like basically like whenever the moment was right, I would put something together.
Nice.
And it's all like reactionary. Hey, what the? Yeah, that is okay. I have not done a lot musically, but once someone tells you that their song is their fucking ringtone for an alarm,
that's good.
I don't have any more whiskey, but I'm gonna pour some more and just fucking toast you, man. That's dope.
See?
So it's all just very reactionary. Reactive, I'm sorry. There's a lot of stuff we want to do still. We have a lot of ideas. A lot
so
of
under the topic of ideas, that's a
yeah.
good point. So you said whenever you have something in your head, you're essentially trying to work something up.
Yeah.
Were there ever plans to do something 100% original? Totally cut off from what Fidel did, like 100%. Okay, I'm going to try and make it somehow fit into the Terminator universe, but you won't hear anything ever that he did.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the ambient theme song, yes. I mean, it's just noise, but also if you listen to the Skynet theme, aside from the percussive beats at the end, the da 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 and the da 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 da, like which only repeat like 4 times. That's entirely an original piece.
Yeah, I love
there's no use of any of Brad's themes. Like there's no Terminator beats in that song aside from literally the literal beats at the end.
You mean the road to Skynet, right?
No.
So another one that I haven't heard about, haven't heard.
Yeah, have you not? Oh boy, oh brother.
Okay, I think we have to talk.
I mean, if you go to our channel, it's there. It's called Deus Machina. Deus Machina.
Oh, that one. Okay,
yes.
Yeah, that was what. That was, dude. That was fucking killer. Like that's ambient shit that makes your hair in the back rise. Like really does.
And that. Thank you. But that's literally, that's like 99% original music.
So good.
But that was informed a lot by Vangelis from Blade Runner, and then also Hans Zimmer's soundtrack for Blade Runner 2049, because I just wanted that grandeur.
Dude, I feel like how Hans and that German Benjamin Wallfisch were actually able.
They did a great job
to channel the music of Vangelis, but then still like. They used it only in such small portions. Everything else is 100% their own creation, but it's just a stamp on this. It's their own thing, but it's just in the universe. Like what I tell you all the time. Do you trying to be in the universe and do your own shit? But if you are able to put this hammer down, to put this stamp down and say, okay, this is all mine.
Right.
But if you hear that and you would say, let's say you take the Terminator 2 score, right? You just take that and you flesh it out with your own songs, and you are not able to hear the difference. You hear this for the first time, and someone says, "Hey, dude, that's a cohesive looking piece." That's when you've done your job, I feel. You know what I mean?
I agree. And I think that, unfortunately, imagine if and this is kind of taking a slight turn off, but imagine the last few Terminator movies, despite of what people thought about them, right? Opinions are opinions, whatever. We know.
Yeah.
But imagine if they at least went as far as to do a proper score.
Right?
How much would Salvation be better if it utilized a synth-based score? How much, like all those movies, like you get Danny fucking Elfman. Love Danny Elfman. Not for a Terminator score. You can't do that.
Quite honestly,
man.
Dude, yeah. Usually I say you are right, but actually I feel like on almost all projects that Elfman did, to me, he is overrated, and I feel like on Terminator Salvation, he did a stellar fucking job.
Wow. Oh, that's a switchback right there.
So that's a 100-degree from what I usually say. Like I really enjoy the Salvation score that he did. I like what he did with the main theme. Like he did
the main theme is good. The main theme is good.
I actually mean also the full score. I have a full score here. I did a cover set for that. I only do cover sets for shit that I really fucking enjoy. And I love what he did there, because he said, okay, I'm not taking the whole music and reduce it to dun. I'm gonna do my own fucking thing. You can still feel what it is, but it's my own thing, and that's where he excelled. It's not the usual Elfman shit that you hear.
Yeah, it's not like kind of grandiose show tunes type shit.
Yeah,
but
and that's what I enjoy.
And I respect that. I respect that. But I guess what I'm trying to get to is like T3. It's like nothing. Like the Junkie XL soundtrack for Terminator 6. It's like, Come on, man. And like, he's capable of so much more than that. That's the problem.
Dude, quite honestly, I was so extremely disappointed of Junkie XL's theme score, because one of my favorite scores in today's day and age is actually what he did for 300, Rise of
That's a great score, man. That's a phenomenal score.
Like what he did there, like where the song where Xerxes rises from this gold fucking liquid, from Man to God King is actually the song. I had that on repeat, and
it's a great theme.
Listen to that for days, open ended, and you hear what he can do, and you clearly hear that he was, you know, that's almost like with WWE, creative, done. You are supposed to do that, and that's what you hear with him. Like there was nothing of his actual, I don't know, identity.
Yeah,
there was a run-of-the-mill score.
It was like, it was a paycheck to me. That's what it sounded like. It was a paycheck. It's unfortunate. Yeah. But back to that, like what I feel like is like it's Terminator is as much like, I guess if you want to argue, Terminator is as much Arnold as it is the music.
Yeah.
It's like, I would say that those soundtracks are literally half of those movies' identity entirely.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, do you have the T-1000 without the fucking... No, you don't. You don't have the... That's not... Yeah. It's not the same thing. So really, like, going into that shit, yes, like, I want to make sure I'm using some of those tropes, almost, if you want to call them that. But I feel like I basically wanted to almost, like, get my own... like what I think of the Terminator score, like get those things out, put them down, and now like really get into like feeling more confident to do some original stuff where like I'm actually feel like I've paid some respects to the score and I've paid respects to the franchise, and now I want to kind of run with my own shit. Does that kind of make sense?
I feel that's a great closing word, not for the show, but to show people what you did for that score. How you say we give them the second kind of premiere, a brand new track from the complete score of TechCom 2029. So I'm gonna share the screen real quick again, and here we now don't have Judge Drejj. No, now we have Ondrej Tvarozek. With
and like game. You don't know, like at some point I might credit this to my Judge Drejj project, but who knows? I don't know. It just
okay.
Yeah. So we don't know. We don't know yet.
Let's see.
I'm living on the edge, brother. I'm living on the edge. That's
guys, let me know afterwards if you heard everything well. Here we go. Yo. That shit is killer, dude.
Thanks, bro.
Like I told you this ahead of our thing, but I love the feeling that you created. You know, Terminator 2, Arnold got up. I mean, at first, of course, the first Terminator, the first time the second Terminator played, Arnold got up and nobody knew, like, okay, is he the good guy or the bad guy?
Yeah, you don't know. That's the thing. Because it's still like dangerous, right?
Yeah, trailers were a thing. You know, there were two. But you never knew who was bad, who was not. Now we all know, of course, Arnold was the good guy. So the feeling that we now get from this track, okay, okay, heroic Terminator. Oh, fuck, those are originally evil, right? So here we go. So I love the plot twist in the song, so to speak.
I just wanted to do that, like, because I love that. I love that specific cue in the song. It's just those. It's just the fucking like weird lowered brass sample, which I pulled from those sample libraries, and like,
yeah,
you know, I just wanted that in there, but then like, no, this is not a good fucking guy. He's gonna kill your ass. So
yeah. And also the factory chase you put in there from T1, that works.
I had to do that. I had to use it as like a beat, as like a percussive portion. So.
And I feel like that works so perfect. Like when you think about, and what you said also, that these guys in this portion of the gameplay are gonna stalk you, and you have like these tunnels below with the railroad and stuff that like super fits. That gives it even more like a T1 chase feel. That
right.
Perfect.
Like it's I don't know. There was like I was really trying. I was actually listening to a lot of John Carpenter's early scores from like, you know.
I heard that.
Just the fucking the stabby synths in the air. You know, like I love that kind of shit. It's so like ugly and gross and chaotic. I just love it. I don't know.
But it works. That's exactly that's what the first Terminator was. It was.
It's a horror movie. It's a fucking horror movie, man.
It was a sci-fi horror. It was a little bit of action sprinkled in there, but it was a horror movie. It was sci-fi horror.
Yeah,
that's all it was. So people give you a lot of props. Here, Blackie says, "Goosebumps. This is a masterpiece for me. I like it. 4 thumbs up. I believe that's the max score."
Man, come on, Klaus.
I don't know. I don't think he has 5. I believe 4 is the max, so that's good. And song is telling a story. So
awesome.
So I believe
Thanks,
people
guys.
heard that. Dude, that was really fucking good. Like that was really fucking good.
Thanks, dude.
But dude, we also got a few collector questions left. Do we want to go through there and then simmer it down a little bit? Like we're
gonna get spicy right now? Is it gonna get real hot in here? Is that what's gonna happen?
No. Like because we're over 1.5 hours. Like I usually.
Oh, bro. I'm on vacation. I don't care.
Okay, then that's so you say you got a few figures, but do you actually collect with Dragon Ball, like in a sense of shelves, multiple?
Say again. Sorry, you're breaking up a little bit.
Dragon Ball. Do you still collect, like actually, like shelves full, or?
No, bro. Unfortunately, I don't. So I had a bunch of these figures at one point. There was a point where I just kind of thought that I was too much of an adult, and I just got rid of all my shit, which was really sad.
Yeah.
So I have, you know, these ones I bought in Los Angeles. There's this great store called the Toy Mandala, in Sherman Oaks, and the guy there stocks just the most amazing, just anime style figures and shit. And these are like this amazing detail. Hold on. This is like this great Frieza.
Oh.
And they're kind of part of a set. Sorry, I can't really do the opposite thing. They're like,
I know what you mean.
Part of a set. Like, so when Goku and Frieza are like fighting, they're supposed to be essentially like this, you know?
Nice.
But like, I wanted to buy more of these. It's just real estate for these things is kind of pricey in my time in my my apartment. There's not a whole lot of room for it.
Okay.
And man, his tail just keeps popping off, bro. I haven't collected anything in a while. And I wanted to set up like a display case for all the stuff I have, that I still have left over. But you know, finances permitting, hopefully in the future I can collect some more stuff. That's essentially what I look at, because these Dragon Ball figures are gorgeous. They're like that. What is it, like vinyl?
Yeah,
it's like very malleable, kind of like rubbery stuff. And I love that material.
I believe they are these Bonpresto thingies, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
those are huge over here too. Yeah.
They're beautiful figures, man. They're like stunning to look at.
But do you also like to pose your figures? Because then you might have to look into SH Figure Arts.
Oh, those are crazy with all the fucking joints and stuff, man. Yeah. Actually, I had a Goku from Figure Arts at one point, and I don't know what happened to him. I have no idea what happened to him.
So like my Chicago Bulls upper deck cards. I don't know what
it disappeared.
I don't know. Back then, I don't know, whatever. I had a folder. I remember I took that folder and I remade that into a wrestling folder. So that was not stupidity number one. Stupidity number two, I don't know where the cards went.
Like I have a, I don't know where the hell it is, but I have a whole book of original Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z trading cards from Japan. They're from like late 80s to like the mid 90s. There was an arcade, and there's a bunch. I have like maybe like 500 cards. Some are like really rare, some are not. But there's a series of cards in there. What were they called? It was an arcade machine where if you had the trading card, it had a barcode. It was Barcode Battle or something like that. Oh my God, it's been a while. Dragon Ball Z Barcode Battle. Barcode Wars. Yeah, Barcode Wars was the name of the arcade machine. Or it was like a little handheld or something.
I don't know. Like you're telling me this to me.
No, I'm just telling you right now. Just like, so it's Super Barcode Wars. And like these trading cards had a little barcode on them. And each card was like a character from Dragon Ball Z, and they had like stats. And if you put the card in the machine, you could play as a character, like fight.
Okay.
And some are like rare, some are trash, but like I had the whole ass series of these things, man. The entire thing.
That sounds like analog meets digital.
It was cool as hell, dude. It was like old, but so those, like I said, those Japanese kids in middle school, in 5th grade and 6th grade, in the mornings before class, you would go into the lunchroom of our huge lunchroom, and there's a long table, and at the end are just these 3 kids, and lines of kids on the sides of the table. Just they had like just shit at the end of the table, like just videotapes, like manga, trading cards, and they're just selling it for kids' lunch money.
Ooh.
And we did this every day.
That's fucking cool. Like we had this with Game Boy back in the day.
Oh
man, with this link cables. If you had a fucking link cable, you were the fucking king.
Link cables were fucking awesome, dude. I missed the Game Boy shit. That was great. Yeah. I still have my original Game Boy somewhere.
Dude, I got my original Super Nintendo hooked up in my living room. Like whenever I want to play Mortal Kombat 1 or NBA Jam or whatever, I got that hooked up.
I think I gave my Super Nintendo to someone, and I don't remember who the hell it was. And I was really mad about it.
That's what I did with Mortal Kombat 1. I traded Mortal Kombat 1 for Pitfall, and nowadays that's stupidity number 3, kind of. But I was able to get Mortal Kombat 1 back in very good shape. Like you had the game new, and you played for it for 2 and 3 weeks, and then people would ask, "Hey, would you loan that to me?" You loaned that, and you got that back. So it had a few scuff marks. That's how this version looks. So pretty pristine.
It survived.
$20 from the Netherlands.
Oh wow, that's not bad at all, man. So
That's amazing. These things go wild over 100 easy.
I bought like an original, I guess, Mortal Kombat 2 cartridge at a flea market for like $75.
These are crazy. Only cartridges. Like try Super Metroid, try Super Castlevania 4 and such things.
Chrono Trigger was expensive as fuck.
Chrono Trigger 2. Chrono Trigger complete big box with a guide in it.
Dude, I still have it. I still have it, man. I held on to that guide. It's beautiful.
Cool. Yeah. So with your figures, like what you said, that you would like to collect more, and since you have the figures like right there to grab it up, so you're an outbox. If you would be an outbox collector. You wouldn't keep it in the boxes.
It's like it's hard keeping it in the damn box, man. It's well, because like for me it's like, well, so the collector thing, right? Like, is it like, you know, you hold it in the box, hold it for a few years, then resell it? Is that the thing? Like, is it for resale? Like,
no, some people do that. Some people do, but overall, it's pretty accepted whatever you do. Like most people, that's also a question that's coming up. Some people are dicks, and I hate on your opinion what you try to do, but most people actually accept if you're saying, I unbox that, I put that on my shelf because I wanna actually look at it and not have it in the box. Sometimes there's a big appeal to have it in box. Like if it's a nice box like this one, you know, third party Transformer. If it looks like this is a cool fucking box.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Yeah, you know, it's super reminiscent of the old Transformer stuff, and it's super cool. But I don't know, like I need my figures to breathe, man. Yeah, I need to get them out of there. You know,
I mean, dude, they were made to be fucking played with, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I got those here. You know, like when I do my review and shit, and I have to do comparisons, or I'm doing comparisons.
Here, hold on. I gotta show you this.
Okay.
Would I be able to do this if they were in a box?
Yeah, no.
I mean, look.
Yeah. Big fucking
cool.
Genkidama. Exactly.
Like, look, it's Goku doing a fireball. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, dude.
Exactly.
Like, I can't do that if it's in the box.
Yeah, or when you're fiddling around with this, you know, like this is shit you're supposed to be fun. I mean, if it's fun to you to keep it boxed and have it hung up on the wall like a toy store, people do that, and there are amazing collection rooms out there. If that's good for you and you like it, then you win.
That's cool.
But you know. But on the other side, then don't shit on people if they decide to unbox it. That's. But all
also, man, like when you get a damn Transformer, the name is a Transformer. It's not a standformer. It doesn't stand. You take a shit and fuck with it, man. Come on.
Yeah. It's not like it's not like a stay former or people would maybe say. Yeah, if I take it out of the box, it transforms from all value to no value in no time.
But isn't so? Here's my question. This is where like I'm completely out of the loop on. Like,
okay,
do toys actually really depreciate if they're taken out of the box though?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's like, I mean, this plastic. I mean, I guess because it's like for me, like I used to be a comic book collector, like a huge comic book collector.
Cool.
I sold all of them. But I had to move to Los Angeles fruitlessly for 2 years.
Jesus.
But I had like the first like 10, 15 issues of Spawn, like original prints, like
nice.
I had like a bunch of old, like I had one of the first McFarlane drawn Spider-Man comics, like in pristine condition.
What?
I get it with like comics because paper really is affected severely by like, you know, climate and like conditions of dust and stuff. Yeah. With like toys, I mean, I guess I get it, but like plastic, I would feel like it would be a bit more impervious to that kind of damage. No.
Yeah, I feel you. I know where you're coming from, but you said you're out of the loop. So
it's not my wheelhouse, man. I'm sorry.
No, dude, it's all good. I love talking about that shit. That's why we're sitting here. So there's actually big exceptions to this. Like this at 209, for example. Most of this shit is actually
fucking cool. It's so cool.
most of it is plastic, but Hot Toys was fucking idiotic on this one. This is a 2.0, and they did the same fucking mistake as on the first one. The dome and the kind of rings around the legs and the arms are rubber, a rubber-like material, and that deteriorates big time.
That just like oxidize, it like cracks, right? Exactly. It like gets harder and cracks, yeah.
Exactly, and Hot Toys is able to do that shit from an actual wire, so this wouldn't actually happen, or do other sorts of materials. And like I said, it's a 2.0. On the first, it happened the exact same way. The dome on 1.0 and 2.0, mere weeks after release, would be looking like the fucking ground in Death Valley, like cracked open, no water whatsoever, and you would see the plastic under it. And this thing cost $400 retail.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, and now I'm sitting here sometimes with a comb. I'm trying to get the fucking cat hair out of the dome, and I'm actually brushing car rubber stuff on there to keep it.
You're literally taking care of that fucking thing like it's a pet, bro.
Exactly, you have to. Otherwise, this thing deteriorates to fucking bits. It just
starts fucking shooting you. It's just like, motherfucker, take care of me.
If at least it would do that, yeah. But no, really, this fucking shit happens. Like also on Transformers, like G1 Transformers, they had gold plastic syndrome. There were a lot that had actual porn gold plastic.
Really? Like gold plate or like gold leaf or something? Like what?
No, it's actually a plastic kind of, I don't know. Let's call it an alloy.
Okay.
It's not actually painted, but it's a mixture of plastics, and that was affected by the air and started getting brittle. So it's very hard to find these Transformers intact nowadays, and they are worth thousands sometimes. Wow. If they are pristine in box, this is extreme shit. Like there's stuff to be taken care of. It's not like, okay, plastics, this will probably outlive cockroaches. It really is. Like there's a fucking science to it. So, and that's what a lot of people say when they say, okay, I'm now doing a G1 collection, but I'm not taking those out of the boxes. I want to have that. I want to keep those pristine and not have it affect by.
That's like the original, like was it Hasbro or Mattel that did those?
Hasbro. Yeah.
So that's like the original press, like printing. I guess release of the G1 toys back in the day from like the 80s.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's it. And that's what happens nowadays. You can be very lucky and find things that are good in condition. Like also with these at 209, like people try to analyze which regions of the world would affect this rubber and everything differently. And in some regions you would have high humidity, it would still crack to fucking pieces. I have here higher humidity, and I have salt in the air because I'm living near sea and everything, and it barely cracks. But that's because I knew the reports and I started taking care of it right away. And then there are places that have super dry air and nothing happened to these pieces. So it's totally random.
Interesting.
You can never make that shit up.
So when you choose to like pose them, are those ones that you're like okay with posing? Like I'm not gonna, this is just for my own personal enjoyment. Is that kind of the thing? Or
what you mean exactly?
Like basically like when you take these toys, some of these out, like it's like this is for my own how do you determine which one you put out and which one you don't, basically?
Dude, quite honestly, I unbox everything. I keep the boxes. And I have most of them posed. Like I have my Terminator collection back there. I'm gonna show you real quick with the webcam. Like this is
we get to walk together
a little bit. Like this is my room. There's my Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat display. I did that.
Oh fuck yeah!
And back there is my Terminator collection, the lit up Kallax. So I had these out, but I have the boxes for all of them, and I have more details back there with more figures. And here's me. So I got a full room tour on my channel too. So if you want, you can check that out. But nice. overall, that's about it. So I unboxed these. I put these out. Also the Celtic Predator I have on top of the Terminator shelf. That was also I found this cheap. Like it can go for 500, 600 easy. I found this for under 400. and but the skirt of it was actually cracked already, like the way
like
he was.
the
Yeah. So there was need for me to put some rubber care on it, and now it looks better. But
okay.
So overall the figure is in good condition. But these, if you had fake leather, like the full leather, pleather, sometimes it's called like that. On the original Terminator, I had the T800. Hot Toys put out the MMS 117 from Hot Toys. When I still think about it, I wanted to repost that, and I took it, and I felt like, okay, the belt on the pants is a little loose. I want to pull it, and it just rips to dust.
Wow.
The belt just ripped to dust. I had to get a new belt that roughly fits the style of what he actually had.
It reminds me of when I bought the McFarlane T2 toys. I think that they had like an endoskeleton. They had the T1000, and they had like the T800, like just like the Arnold version.
Yeah.
I remember the endoskeleton. The problem with those toys is they were too small. Like the endoskeleton was it was too small for its own good because the detail was so cheap. Like the cabling kind of kept popping out. It was just this little thing. And then the thing I specifically remember about the T1000 toy was because you could, I think you could replace his arms with like the fucking bar arms or whatever. And at some point, my version of that toy, his bar arms just like went like, they were like bent inwards and shit. So he's like, he looked like a damn praying mantis, like just like, I'm like, shit, man. And I was really disappointed because McFarlane toys are great. They're beautiful. Like they did some like high end shit for like kind of accessible toys and stuff.
Exactly, they did.
And I mean, I bought everything from them. Like the Clive Barker series, like the weird Hellraiser looking shit. I remember those. Those were cool as hell.
Yeah, the Tortured Souls.
Tortured Souls. Yeah, I bought like that entire line. I bought all their like. I'm a huge hockey fan, so I bought all their like big hockey players.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. Like that's the thing is like if I had the room and the financial wherewithal to do it, I would totally fucking do it. I would have a whole display case full of shit if I really wanted to. If I really was able to, but I'm just kind of holding on to the ones I like right now.
But there you go. So you're a collector at heart, and definitely with a lookout, I would say.
Definitely, yeah, absolutely. Like when the time comes, like I definitely want to get it back into like the Gundam models, man. Like I love that method, the snap-on models that they do, man. Like these things are just cool as fuck, man. They're so easy to put together.
I got the real grades from Evangelion, Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Oh, those things are awesome, man.
Dude, they are amazing. They're
so
shit
like good. This, man. It's just like the articulation and like the mechanical design on these things is just fucking amazing.
And they're also tolerated this way. Everything sticks and is well done.
I've had this for 17 years.
Wow.
And it's just been out. Like, and I painted. Oh, I remember I was painting him. Like his head is like fairly detailed. It's dusty. It's a little dusty.
What up? Well,
he's a little dusty, just a little.
But I mean that plays to the whole old and little bit that battle damage stuff that kind of fits.
Yeah. But
were those actually welding marks, like little burn points to put in there?
No. So what I did, so I took like because at the time I was actually working on some Warhammer 40,000 miniatures.
Gotcha.
I was trying to get into that world. It did not last because those things are fucking expensive.
Yes.
For like a little retinue of like Space Marines, it's like, hey, you have $65, and then you have to spend like 5 years painting a single one of those guys. I'm like, shit. But so I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna move off of those. I'm like, this was already fucking colored, and I'm like, but why not paint him? You know? So I actually took like a I don't know what it's called, man. It might have actually just been a tip of like an X-Acto knife. So I put holes in his balls, right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So, but I just kind of like drilled like little holes everywhere. Then I took a lead pencil, just a number 2
Gotcha.
pencil, and I filled it in. And
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
and then I had like a gunmetal paint. And like, if you look at like all these little details, like the little outlines, I just took like a dry brush and just went all over the guy. So I
Awesome.
actually was utilizing my Warhammer 40,000 paint to paint this figure. And this is still like, I love building this thing together. And I really wish I kept up with it. Because that was my thing, anime, like mechs and shit. That was my shit.
Yeah, I'm actually getting into this big time. Like what I loved was Gundam Unicorn. Have you watched that?
I have not, man. Rick keeps telling me about it, and like I
It's
heard it's cool shit.
it's on Netflix. It's
Yeah,
amazing, and I wanna have a 1/100 from Banshee and Unicorn, because you have
wow.
the Unicorn, which is the white one, and then
Yeah.
you have
And
the
then
bad.
doesn't he like get bigger or some shit? Like gets all crazy
Exactly,
looking. Yeah,
exactly. And
yeah.
the one to 100 actually transforms. You can pull that shit out and have it transform.
Okay.
And you have also perfect grades and master grades, where you have that with a light up mock up with everything. And they got
Master
the
Grade
new,
Gundams, man. Those things are nuts. Those are
dude,
beautiful.
crazy. Like
Yeah.
they put out now the what is it? I believe the perfect grade unleashed of the RX 78-2. That is a fucking beaut that has die cast plating in there for some chrome details. Like Adam Savage has that on his channel on
Oh,
YouTube,
I love his channel, dude.
and
Oh my
he built
god,
that.
this thing looks
Yeah,
awesome, dude.
yeah. Like
Oh,
I
he has
want
a
to
whole
have that.
video devoted to him.
Yeah, but
Oh
this
my
thing,
god.
is close to 300, but it's beautiful.
Wow. I'm looking at it on my computer. This thing is fucking awesome.
Oh, see here, Klaus just said, "I love 40,000. I heard a TV series is in the works. Hope this is true."
Oh, that's definitely. I think Netflix is working on it.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Nice.
It's
There you
gonna.
go.
I can't. I don't think it's gonna be live action. I think it's gonna be like CGI anime type,
Okay,
like animation, like crossover with CGI type shit. Kind of
nice.
maybe in like the vein of the Transformers series, which I actually really like. But I'm curious what they do with it because that fucking story's bonkers.
I never went too deep into 40K. I played the original Warhammer one time tabletop actually, and I
Mm,
won, and that was
okay.
my extent to it.
Wow.
So, and I watched
Yeah,
the
cool.
Warhammer movies, and that was about it.
I got into 40K through it's the real-time strategy game Dawn of War. Um,
I heard about that.
that was actually my first soundtrack I've ever made. That was like in 2005.
Nice.
It was like it was not my I didn't score the game. I scored a mod. It was a
Oh,
mod that I made some music for
gotcha.
and did some really shitty voice acting for as well, but it was fun. But I got really into Warhammer 40,000 through that. Spent
I
way too
feel
much money on it.
that's also what people have been doing on Transformers now. So many fan projects, and they wanna do voiceovers, and I feel like, should I try
Mm.
that? Can I do shit? But I don't know. I don't wanna be someone in a pond, and overall it sounds shitty, and I don't know. I
Trying
mean,
to sound like Frank Welker, man. You can't do that shit. Absolutely.
or Peter Cullen, like that.
Bird of color? No.
Those people exist for a reason. Like how can you duplicate that?
What was the thing in the Transformers movie with Orson Welles as Unicron?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that is. I mean, you can always pitch someone's voice down, but I mean the general gist of the voice just has to be there. If it's
Hmm.
not, then it's a copycat. But dude, except for your keen ear for music and rhythms, what do you else have any kind of talent or ability to do something that nobody has, that might be something that is kind of secret, and
I
you would like
wish, bro.
you would like to share it, and you can't do shit with it, but it's kind of unique. That's always good for a laugh. We're good
Man,
off
that's
to a
a
good
hell of
start.
a lead in. It's like, hey, man, you have a really useless skill?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, man. Do I have any useless skills?
So to say.
Hmm. Thinking, man, it's really hard. I, I might have to disappoint you, man. I don't know.
Okay.
I tried to think about it earlier when you sent me like the prep, and I'm like, man, I really don't think I have any. I'm not like a secretly gifted young man, you know, like.
Dude, that's also a form of popping a cherry. You're the first to not have one, so kudos.
Okay.
I mean,
I just don't think I do, man. I mean, I can do like accents, but that's about it.
I mean, that's something. I mean, I can do a few accents too, but I don't know. But
I do a really disrespectful, like a German accent, really disrespectful.
That would be something.
I don't know if I want to do it here, man. You might like just delete this fucking video after you're done with it.
Nah. Come on. Hit us with your sweet German. Sweet.
Hello, my name is Hans. I would like to have some chocolate, please.
That is actually not bad. That is pretty much how we sound in Hollywood movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do they always make you guys like, hello, I would like to speak with you, with the manager?
I don't know. That's a good fucking question. Why do we
sound
like
what the fuck, man? Like, are we gonna speak like this? No.
That is good. Nice. I mean, that's also like Russians also sound the same way, right?
They're always menacing and shit.
They're always menacing and sounding like
I would like to take you to dinner, have a nice drink of wine with your daughter, and why do I sound like Borat? I don't know.
Exactly. That's what they do. Exactly. That's what they do. That's actually a great fucking deal. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Fuck 'em.
So,
Fuck 'em.
there we go. It was a fun part. So, but yeah, that's what they, and that's also what we sound like. I don't know. I feel like, okay, if you want to have Germans in a movie, maybe cast Germans. I mean, where's Antje Trauer? Where's Antje Trauer? Where's Til Schweiger? Where is Daniel Brühl?
I haven't heard about Til Schweiger in a while.
Right?
Wow.
Exactly. And he did a good fucking job. Daniel Brühl actually was fucking awesome as Zemo in the MCU.
He was. He's a great fucking actor, dude.
Yeah, and I gave him shit back in the day when he was in those German teeny movies over here. That was fucking.
I don't have any recollection of those.
Those were whack. Those were really not good, to call it very diplomatically. But
man,
now in the MCU, he kills it. Like, I want to see more of this dude as Zemo. I loved him in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
He was great.
That was amazing.
I don't know. I just got reminded of this one German show I used to watch. It was like a detective and his like little German Shepherd dog. What the fuck was it called?
Tim und Struppi?
It was like Inspector Wolf or some shit like that. What was it called?
Oh yeah. That's right. Oh, horrible.
You know what I'm talking about. I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, wasn't that something with Rex?
Inspector Rex. Yeah.
And that was running on Sat.1.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, I never watched that, and I'm happy I didn't. I'm so sorry for you.
Kommissar Rex. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh,
Tobias. It was like an Italian show.
It was an Italian show? Maybe a co-production?
The main actress, Tobias Moretti.
Right.
Or maybe he's just, I mean, if everybody's fucking in Europe is kind of close to each other anyway. Dude, I don't know. But I just have vivid memories of like random German programs when I was young.
Dude, I also honestly don't know if there's still anything left as real German or real American or even real Slovakian or whatever. I mean, it's everything. Everybody is everywhere anyhow. I mean, you have second to third generation Indish people over here. You have people that are fifth or sixth generation Germans that were originally from Pakistan, now living in the United States. Like, this is patchwork world, so to speak. Everybody is everywhere, I feel. You know?
That's a good thing, man. Yeah.
I think so too. I mean, spices it up, I would say. But speaking of spicing up, that's a good one. Speaking of spicing up. I mean, the Transformers or the general collecting world can be quite toxic.
Hmm.
Have you encountered toxicity in the Terminator fandom, like in social media, in the comment sections or anything?
Yeah. Um, it just kind of, I'm going to try to choose my words very carefully.
Dude, this is an adult fucking channel.
Have you
No
seen some of these
hope.
motherfuckers? They can't handle anything. Okay. Like, they
Mm-hmm.
can't handle a single thing. Lo and behold, a person like, I don't know. There's trying really hard not to talk a lot of shit about some of these cretins, some of these people. One of the biggest problems with fanatical fandom
Mm-hmm.
in any genre, Star Wars is particularly bad at this.
I heard about that.
The moment anything is changed or goes against purity or some kind of preconception, and and I know people have their own opinions about, God, I haven't had to actually talk about this in a while, but like, people have their preconceived notions about like, gender politics and all this other shit and blah blah blah. And I'm like, you know, you can just not watch the fucking movie.
Yeah.
You can just literally just move on. Just move on.
Yeah.
Because the problem with this shit is, uh, you know, specifically in our capacity in TechCom 2029, we've seen some like there's it almost seems like entitlement. It's an entitlement to be listened to and to have
Mm-hmm.
their opinions consistently validated.
I know
Um,
what you mean,
and I'm
100%.
like, it's like you can't take any risks with some of these people. And I don't know how you feel about this, but it's like, look, man, yes, the chick in Terminator Dark Fate was a woman. Holy shit, that is going to ruin my whole day. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Come, just move on. Just fucking move on. And
Yeah.
there's so much energy being wasted on just like being angry about this kind of shit. It's just no one owes you any, like, none of these people owe you anything.
No.
Just be happy. Like, look, you might not have enjoyed, and not you personally, but like you might not have enjoyed Dark Fate. Sure. Be happy the shit's still being fucking made by someone. At least someone out there
100%.
still wants the Terminator franchise to exist, right? At
Yeah.
least somebody out there wants Star Wars. You might not enjoy it, but then that gives me some hope that eventually one day some of this stuff is going to keep going on. And like, toxic fans to me are the most insufferable people in music, in anything. It's like,
Yeah.
if you literally, if you have expectations that can't ever be met, just move on. You can't
Yeah.
be pleased. You're just there to stir shit up. You're there to piss people off. Just move on. There's other things to be mad about. Seriously.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say. It's just, it's really like at this time in my life, like I don't have energy to deal with people like that.
Exactly. That's actually, dude. Quite honestly, you actually took the answer to the question that I had. That was the first thing I wanted to know, if there's toxicity. But you went all out. That was amazing. Like, quite honestly, because my question is, if you would have something to say to these people, a message that people would need to abide by, what would that be? And you excelled at that, like, really, 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 really well. Because I feel the same way. Like, I also feel with Terminator, and especially with TechCom, there are I'm sure 100% people out there that heard your stuff you were doing for that game, and they were like, this is bullshit, that doesn't sound anything like it, because they wanted to have it 100% the same,
I
nothing
mean,
new in it whatsoever.
if I wanted to fucking please and placate people's fucking opinions, my life, I would not be doing this.
Exactly.
That's the thing. It's like, there's going to be people out there that just get really salty and pissed off about everything you do creatively. And it's just like, those people don't fucking matter. None
But
of those
that's the
people
thing.
matter.
That's
They
the
don't.
thing. You took a great word in there. They are salty with creativity, and that's the main
Yeah.
problem. You can never be creative if you are not open, if you are only salty.
Yeah. You just can't do that. It, I will say the most extreme version of this is, the band Tool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Their fan base is the epitome of toxicity and like
Really?
just you can't manage expectations. It's
Okay.
it's like everything is fucking microanalyzed and overanalyzed and just under microscopes. Everything. It's just all the time. And it's like, you know, at the end, like I said, none of these creative people owe you jack shit.
No, they don't.
You're not in their head. You're not in their head. You're not there. You know, if they wanted your opinion to matter and to affect their work, they would ask you
That's
straight
true.
up. And this goes across the board for everything. And you know, creative people, like even guys on the TechCom team, it's like we can't listen to the noise. People say all kinds of dumb shit to us all the time.
Yeah.
Like private
You gotta-
messages that are just like illogical, like incredibly illogical, demanding. I'm like, we're not making this game for one person. We're making this for us, and hopefully other people can vibe with it, right?
For the fandom also, especially.
Exactly. It's like we know what we like about this game, and we will take feedback if it makes sense and is constructive and it actually has some value to add to what we're doing. But we're not soliciting feedback to use it for the game unless we actually want you to tell us something about it. And we have asked people, like, you know, we've asked people certain things, but some of the messages we get are just absurd, straight up. And people get mad at us when we don't answer things. And I'm like, look, man, like we're doing shit at our own pace in our own little creative universe. And the point of these people I want to make is you can't influence everything you do. You can't influence everything other people do, and you cannot manage their expectations to match your own expectations. The world does not work that way. It just does not, straight up.
No. So. But these people think it works like that. Like I spoke to, like I said, I'm watching Bobby Skullface on YouTube, and I spoke to him a while back, and he is actually getting comments like, I hope your to burns down and you die. Like, what kind of a person do you have to be to be on a channel of someone that has a family, that collects, that puts his thoughts and everything on there, essentially like me, without the family and everything, and you don't like his opinion? That's okay. You don't have to like it, but you have to accept it, because it's a person. There's a thought process behind it. You have to respect. Quite honestly, you have to respect this man, because he's a normal working man like you and I. He takes his spare time doing this channel. He's raising his children admirably. So he's having a wife, he's having a house, he's having a general life and overall. And like I said, he's doing this channel in his spare time. And you have the fucking gall to go on this channel, take away time from your life, watch this video, don't like it, and put such a comment in there. What the fuck? That's just a waste of air, in my opinion.
And also to add on to that, it's like, and that's valid, but even if you don't have a family, you don't deserve that shit.
No.
You don't know, it's like, so it's, when you're dealing with franchises and fandom of franchises and the people that inhabit those circles, nostalgia is an extremely powerful device, right?
Of course. I mean, with retrowave and synthwave, nostalgia is the life force.
Driving factor. That's the driving factor of it.
Exactly.
Right. But with film, you can't. People are just so attached to these ideas.
Yeah.
Nothing can be moved forward. Nothing can be improved upon. Nothing can be progressed. No new ideas are allowed.
Yeah.
You have to keep things the way they were, yada, yada. And I'm like, yo, man, like that's why shit keeps constantly getting rebooted in the same fucking genres, the same fucking IPs. No one is doing anything new.
Yeah.
Because it's just this circular logic of people constantly just feeding on the same thing over and over and I get it. You want to re-experience things, but then when you're presented the thing that you missed about your childhood, that it's like, oh man, it's a new Star Wars movie, and you fucking go and you just ruin people's careers over it. That is insane.
Yeah.
That's completely batshit fucking crazy. Like, actors have to fucking completely disappear from a like public eye because you decided their character wasn't worth having in a movie. That is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
You know, and like it's like these fucking parasitic just morons, just like they're like itching at the mouth. They're like foaming at the mouth to pounce on someone for something completely innocuous as just being a character in a fucking movie. They didn't write the fucking character. I'm talking about like Rose in Star Wars Last Jedi. Like,
but that's a good thing. If you are actually cut off from that, if you're like me and you say, okay, Star Wars movies are cool, but it's not my main objective to collect that and also have all these movies and all kinds of collections at home. I'm just watching that and I enjoy that. I don't mind Rose, but these people, I don't even know why. Why the hell did they go this crazy over this character?
I've disliked characters in many movies. I have zero, like, it's almost like they're like a person that has come to their house, shit on their fucking carpet, killed their dog, and ran away. And left a message, hey, this is me, I did these things to you, I'm awaiting a response. That is literally what these people do. They're like, what this character, this woman has never done a fucking thing to you. Yeah, she appeared in a movie.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, this poor woman was like harassed, like seriously, like, and I'm like, you know, it's this entitlement. It just boggles my fucking mind with these people.
Yeah, entitlement. Like, you don't own shit. You are extremely lucky if you're alive today with all that shit that's going on, and you are able to watch this, and you feel like this is yours. Get a fucking grip, bro. You know.
I mean, it. You know, not to get too like morose and grim about it, but at the end of the day,
but this is, quite honestly, sorry, Ondrej, this is actually why I keep telling and asking this question, because I feel morale is missing big time from fandoms, and this is why I ask this.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree, and you know, I think like what we can like what I would say to people that are passionate about franchises is just be patient with people.
Yeah.
It's no different than listening to your favorite music or your favorite, you know, going and looking at your favorite artwork. You can't dictate what people do. And if you really value art, and if you value film, if you value anything, you have to remove yourself from the equation a little bit. You have to take yourself out of the process because you don't belong in it.
Yeah.
You are you are there to experience the result. You're not there to influence the process to get that result. And you can't expect people to suddenly bow down to what your opinions are because they don't fucking matter.
Yeah. If you are able to get yourself in it and actually make your voice heard, that's all good and fair. But otherwise, like, you like it, okay, cool, happy for you. If not, also cool. I don't get why, but also cool. But I'm not saying you don't like it, better burn.
But yeah, you can't, that line being crossed, it's just, it's fucking terrifying to me what people will do to other people over a disagreement like that. And I'm just like, we got to do better, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yo, I consider myself as a nerd, and there's some fucking nerds out there that got to do fucking better because they just don't. They chose to embrace this fucking bullshit, and it's just not acceptable. Straight up, it's just not.
Yeah,
they're one day those people are gonna be, you know, they're gonna be in their fucking deathbed with all their fucking anger and their fucking resentment, and you're literally taking that shit to the grave with you. And what did any of that what you did in those moments make you feel any better? Seriously, ask yourself the question, did it make you feel any better to take these people to task and ruin their fucking career? Did it help you feel any different? And I guarantee fucking to you there's going to be some regrets. Guarantee it.
That's exactly that. That's a very good point. And the chat seems to be with us on that one. Klaus says, I hate these fanatical fans. They almost destroy franchises.
Yeah.
Here, Blackie in German says, sickness mankind is what I say to that, which is also kind of true. You have to approach things more openly, ideally lowering expectations. Example of the Death Note movie from Netflix. I thought it was super good. I watched it. I was entertained. I didn't know anything about it, but I enjoyed it for just what it was. And that's
it was fun.
Yeah.
It did what it was supposed to do. It was fun. I thought it was fun.
And also, I didn't expect to get the same story as the one in the manga or anime. That would be too damn boring. There you go. That's open-minded, right?
Yeah.
To me.
It's
so
looking at things case-to-case basis is very important.
Yeah.
You know, so
exactly. And just stay open-minded and essentially do a little bit what you did. If you want to make your voice heard, if you say, hey, like your story, you know, Terminator is my all-time favorite fucking franchise. I hear some dude is actually working on something. I want to be in there. I want to chime in. Then you reach out, and if it works, it's cool. And now you're getting to make your footprint onto this, and also work on that on your own project and make that shit go. You know, you actually bring yourself out there. And if not, don't get bitter or sour over it, and just enjoy.
James did not owe me anything. He literally, I expected him to say no, and if he would, I would have been, thanks for checking it out.
Yeah.
What else am I gonna do? Like, I'm not gonna fucking come to the guy's house. First of all, it would be very expensive. Okay, so that's an expensive flight ticket.
Exactly.
But you know, I can't. You know, it's just like he gave me the opportunity. I fucking took it.
Yeah, exactly that.
You know, like what else can I do?
There's nothing, and quite honestly, obviously, you made it shine. Like your work is getting stellar. I can't. We're on our way out, but of course, that's what I meant to say. Your work is. It sounds amazing. I can't wait for the full piece to hear, like your Judge Drejj and also the full TechCom stuff. So, dude, you're a cool human being, and I thank you so much for being on. That was fucking amazing. The only thing,
time, man. Yeah.
Me too. The only thing left to do, and this is why I'm doing this and this. This is your time to shine.
Oh boy.
Talk to people. Say them where you are, where to follow you. The links are down below. Here's your space.
All right. So you guys can follow my my solo project Judge Drejj on Bandcamp. It's JUDGEDREJJ.bandcamp.com. The single Golfos, which we played here, that comes out on the 15th of October, which is next Friday. I'm going to post a link to that on the Facebook page of the same name. And the full album, which is going to be called The Error of Waiting, is going to come out on October 29th. It's going to be about 7 instrumental tracks. To start, I have a lot more stuff planned going forward. Yeah. And then also check out TechCon 2029. You know, we're working, you know, behind the scenes on a bunch of stuff, getting some stuff ready to go. And like I said, those Terminator songs are going to be available on my Bandcamp page once I launch the record on the 29th. Is there anything I missed? I'm not sure. Yeah. And I just want to give a shout out to the TechCom guys. They're a good group to work with, and you know, I appreciate it, and always, you know, I'm thankful for the support and your support too. So it's been cool, man. It's dope.
Yep, I can only return that. That was amazing. 2.5 hours. That was the longest ever. Second cherry pop. So there we go.
Sorry, dude. I talk a lot, I guess.
No, dude, I love that. That's what I'm doing. That this is why I will never stop doing this, because I love this. This is also with the whole background, with the planet. I wanna bridge gaps between different fandoms, have people check out different things, and I love that shit, man. So thank you very much for being on. I can't wait to listen new tracks, maybe sometimes weekly. You never know. I love.
No idea, man. I'm just gonna start pouring out. Like I said, I have a lot of shit, man, that's gonna come out. So you've heard some of it outside of, you know, people out there. So.
Dude, I love that stuff. And so make sure you follow Ondrej. The Bandcamp page is currently empty, but shit is coming. Follow him so you won't miss it. We'll get it into your feed if you are there. And the same.
And also, meant to also say, if people want to hear my progressive metal band, again, that's Lithium Dawn.
Nice.
And that's on Bandcamp and all streaming platforms. We have, I believe, we put out 4 records in the past decade.
Oh,
so there's a bunch of stuff on there. There's a bunch of stuff on all the streaming platforms. If you're interested into that stuff and that, it's pretty dope. Rick, who, like I said, is on TechCom 2029, he's in the band with me as well.
Nice.
Similar to Tool. Go nuts, Meshuggah, whatever you want. I don't know.
Well, I believe that's a very good call. I gotta check those. I didn't do that. I'm afraid. So I know what to do afterwards, because after the stream is ahead of the stream. Tomorrow is another stream. I'm going to talk about that once I'm switching back to German, which is in a little bit. Dude, thanks again. I'm going to switch back to German now. This was amazing, but stay on. We're going to talk a little bit afterwards. We will repeat this once everything, I believe, is dropped, and maybe I'm doing a different graphic, and we're gonna do it a little bit of a trio with James, and do only tech, maybe on the Reese or something. Let's work something out. That's always good. So yeah, that was Ondrej Tvarozek, and for now back to German. So Leute, das war's denn jetzt für heute auf Englisch. Seht zu, dass ihr bei meinem YouTube, bei meinem Facebook und Instagram Bescheid weiß. Dan und ich haben ein kleines Collectors Bay Update, das kommt morgen. Deswegen habe ich auch gesagt, nach dem Stream ist vor dem Stream. Das kommt dann, wie gesagt, gleich als Ankündigung, und ihr wisst darüber Bescheid. Haltet da auf jeden Fall die Augen offen. Das wird ein großes Ding. Wir sind ein bisschen angekotzt, da kommt morgen mehr dazu, aber wir machen es trotzdem so lighthearted wie sonst auch. Und deswegen würde ich sagen, danke ich allen fürs Zuschauen. Ich hoffe, ihr hattet eine coole Zeit. Das waren 2,5 Stunden, das waren 4. Das hat aber Spaß gemacht. Ich fand es super geil. Machen wir definitiv wieder. Und ich wünsche euch jetzt vom Samstagabend, was übrig bleibt, einen schönen Abend. Und wir sehen uns ganz bald. Und vergesst auf keinen Fall, Abo und Like zu hinterlassen. Die Dinger kommen hier regelmäßig, die Crate Hangouts. Die mache ich sehr, sehr gerne. Und dann verpasst ihr das nicht. Ihr helft mir mit der Watchtime. Ihr helft mir mit dem Erscheinen auf der YouTube Mainpage. Und ich freue mich sehr, wenn ihr am Start bleibt. Alles klar? Jetzt sind wir raus für heute Abend. Wie gesagt, einen schönen Abend. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Macht's gut. Bleibt brav und bleibt gesund. Und tschüss.